a grown-ass woman and I can do everything I need to do for myself. I can provide for myself, I can do everything. But listen, I like princess treatment. I like princess treatment. I like being provided for. I like being taken care of. I like being spoken to softly and gentle because they think I'm this little thing. I like getting surprise flowers at my doorstep. I like it all. I want the door open for me. I want the seat pulled out in front of me. I want every single car door to be open for me and to help me get in. I want every time I'm getting out off of a step, I want that hand to hold to get me off of it. I can do it myself. I can do all of it myself. But I want it done for me. I want that princess treatment. Chivalry is dead, but let's bring it back, okay? And let's not forget about the forehead kisses. We love those, okay? I need that.
Men want to give to women who genuinely need it and appreciate it, not fakers who don't need it but demand it. She does not deserve princess treatment. She deserves belong to the streets treatment.
So you get nothing!
Genuine question, are the UK men not embarrassed, or actually men of the West? Aren't you so embarrassed that women are now moving to the Middle East to find better men? Middle Eastern men are actually stunting on the men in the West. Like, we are moving across the world to find better men because you men are just such princesses and we can't deal with it anymore. You have no sense of providing. And this isn't about being a gold digger. Like, I buy everything on myself and I'm happy to do that. But this is about more than that. This is about you guys actually being men. Like, you're little princesses. Crazy to me. Have a think about it. Maybe change. Maybe change. My advice is change. Learn a thing or two from the Middle Eastern man.
Women are the ones who should be embarrassed because passport bros started years ago, and men were moving to the East before women even considered it. Women are always late to the party. Women said they're stopping dating. Well, men walked away from marriage and dating over 5 years ago. So the joke is on them.
Poor, deluded females.
I'm getting absolutely flamed on the comment section of my last video. I made a video talking about texts that men have sent me dating in New York. 2 of the text messages are from guys asking me to Venmo them after dates. I want to make my dating philosophy abundantly clear. I personally think whoever asked, which in all of these cases were men, that I met before in person, should pay after the date. However, I always think that women should do the little reach for their wallet. This is what I always do. I think it's just a nice little dance that men and women play with each other. The woman reaches, the man says, "Oh no, I've got it." I dated in New York for over a year, and I feel like most men are willing to play this dance with me. I haven't felt the need to ask outright. Sometimes they'll swat their hand, tell me to put the wallet away. And I take that as meaning that I'm good. As shown by those texts though, I have had the experience where a guy will request me after a date. But this has only ever happened if I've expressed to the guy that I'm not interested in seeing them again. Again, this is just my personal philosophy. I'm curious what you guys think.
Women came up with the rule that whoever asked the person out on the date should pay for the date, because they know women never ask men out on dates, which also means they never have to pay. But regardless of this, she also admitted that she pretends to reach for her credit card to pay for the date, but she still expects men to pay for the date anyway. I personally will never tell men how they should spend their own finances. If you want to pay for dates, then pay for dates. If you don't want to pay for dates, then don't pay. You're never obligated or become less of a man if you choose not to spend your money on these disgraceful 304s.
I'm not paying for shit.
The difference between a toxic man and a healthy man. Now, a healthy man is looking to be of service, and a toxic man is looking to be served from someone. So let's assess that wisely and pick the healthy man.
She's practically saying that healthy men are simps and toxic men are Chad Rones. Which one do you think gets the most bedroom action?
Hey, Chad.
I do not text anyone that ever says, "Text me when you get home and here's why." If a man tells me, "Text me when you get home," I don't text them, because guess what? Everyone says that to me. That's what guys say. That's their go-to move. I want to know if they actually care if I get home safe. So what I do is I get home safe and I wait for them to say, "Did you get home?" Now, let me tell you, when you come with, did you get home safe? Are you home? That's when I'm texting you. That's when I know you're the one. But if you tell me, text when you get home, and then there's no, did you get home safe? You didn't care. You're just saying that. Taboo, baby. You're just going through the motions, and I don't like it. I'm just like, I want to know if you really care. I want to know if you're in it. You know what I'm saying? I want to know if you care, bookers. So, if you want to know if he's the one, don't text him when you get home. Okay, let him text you and say, did you make it home safe? Period.
This is by far one of the dumbest things I have ever heard during my entire life as a human being living on Earth. And do you know what's even worse? There were countless grown women in the comments agreeing with this bullshit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Splitting the bill on a first date. I've just received a message. She wanted my opinion on it. This is my opinion on it. It screams to me an inexperienced man. And the date would never happen. I just don't think that would ever happen to me, because men tell you, like, people show you who they are up front. Like, you ignored the signs. If you go on a date with a guy and he's asked you on the first date, even the second and third date, it wouldn't happen. He asked you to split the bill. There was that, he showed you who he was, like, whether he's asked you to meet him, whether, like, he expects you to travel, whether he's, the date is convenient for him and not for you, whether telltale signs are there that tell you what type of man this is. It's you need to read the signs of who these men are. I guarantee, it could happen. I 99.9% think it will never happen that I will go on a date and a guy will ask me, because I just don't. What would he, like, how would he get me on the date? What were you, like, if it just screams inexperience, like, what would you talk to me about? Like, what, you have no game. Like, if that, it's just like, it's inconceivable to me that is like a norm these days. It's like he would be emasculated and embarrassed, and I would be offended and embarrassed for him. That's how that would go. Just listen, like, to how he speaks to you, like the type of conversation. If he talks about, like, his lack of, men don't speak about money. They don't talk about money. Money is like, it's like a taboo topic. Men who have it don't speak of it, and even men who don't have it but are men, like, have dignity, they don't talk about money. They're never going to, there's no, like, when you leave to go to the toilet, that's when he pays the bill. You come back and you're like, oh, we need to get the bill, and he's like, no, I've got it. That's what happens. Like, or he'll say, I'm just going to nip to the toilet, and he'll go up and he'll pay, and you have no idea it even happened, and he's like, right, ready to go, and you're like, oh, like, thank you for dinner, or whatever. That's what happens on a real date.
She's acting as if she's never gone out on a date, and the guy didn't try to go halves on the meal. She's also arrogantly saying that it will never happen to her. She thinks she's some elite woman, even though she spends all of her time on TikTok. There aren't any men taking her seriously for dates, I guarantee you that. She's been single for so long and has so many dating videos giving advice to women, and she can't even find a relationship herself. Regardless of this, women still listen to her. Single women keeping women single forever.
You poor, deluded fools!